Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. Welcome to another webinar proudly brought to you by the Engineering Institute of Technology. My name is Tepiso, and I am the Marketing Assistant based in EIT South African Administration Office, and I am going to be your moderator for the day. If you guys could please tell me over in the chat box if you are able to hear me, I would appreciate a thumbs up or a simple yes so that I know that my audio is good enough to begin the presentation, please. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for your thumbs up. Without further ado, let us begin. Just making note of the notifications and sound slide that is up on your screen. This is to make sure that you guys are able to minimize any notifications that might come through whilst you are attending the webinar. You can turn them on and off as you wish once the presentation has concluded. Please also take note of the Q&A box or function that is readily available just next to the chat box. You can leave your questions on there. We will have a post Q&A session where you'll be able to ask your questions to our presenters for the day. Now, some common questions. Please note that you will receive a copy of the slides as well as the video recording of this particular webinar. They will be sent to you by the marketing team at EIT, and you should receive them within a day or two. Please also take note to check your junk, spam, and promotional folders, as sometimes the emails might land there. However, they will be sent hopefully in the next 24 hours. So a little bit more about EIT. If this is your first time here, EIT is an engineering specialist. We offer engineering programs from a professional certificate of competency all the way to a Doctor of Engineering program. We also offer industry-orientated programs, meaning the programs that we have on offer or that we provide are actually programs that are in line with the industry and its direction. We also offer world-class Australian accredited qualifications, and some of our qualifications are actually recognized under the Dublin Accord, Sydney Accord, as well as the Washington Accord, respectively. The lectures that we have teaching our students are actually industry experienced lectures that have worked in the field before and are now imparting the knowledge and skills that they've gained into the teachings that they do at EIT. And then lastly, we offer a unique delivery model, meaning that you can study all of our programs 100% online with a select few that you can study on campus. We have 3 campuses, one in Melbourne, Brisbane, as well as in Perth. And the programs that you can study on campus are our bachelor's degrees, as well as our master's degree, and lastly, our Doctor of Engineering programs. So discover why students choose EIT. These are some of the reasons that students choose to study with EIT. However, I won't be going over all the slides, as all of this information will be provided to you on email, so you can readily access the information that is up on your screen. We've won a couple of awards, the most recent one being the 2024 West Australian Export Awards for International Education and Training, something we're really proud of, something that shows the value that we bring to our students. And finally, today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. So today's topic is going to be, just a moment, please. Here we are. Today's topic is going to be EIT's application process, a step-by-step guide to our programs. So if you are someone, I do see that there's a note from Gamu saying that he's unable to hear me. Could you please mention if you're able to hear me once more? I'll just try and adjust my microphone. Okay, there we go. I do believe it's just the internet. Hopefully it won't bother me for so long because I will be done with the presentation. As I'm saying, today's topic is going to be EIT's application process, a step-by-step guide to our programs, and our presenters today are going to be Jacqueline Villanueva. She's the lead course advisor based in our office. She is based in the Philippines. And then Gamuhelo Todetsi, he's also the lead course advisor based in our South African African office in Midrand, Johannesburg. Now, to introduce our presenters, we have Gamu. Gamu has over 7 years worth of work experience in marketing as well as student recruitment. He also holds an honors degree in business administration as well as a diploma in leadership and management. He will also go further and explain the work experience that he has while being the team lead at EIT. Our second presenter is going to be Jacqueline Villanueva. She is also a lead course advisor based in the Philippines, and she is a seasoned professional with extensive work experience in team leadership, education, as well as customer service. And then we also have Caroline Patterson. She's our operations manager, and Caroline's career is in education. It is in education and training and spans over 20 years. She's also involved in multiple successful regulatory professional bodies as well, regulation at EIT, professional bodies as well as internal audits. She also has extensive work experience in policy development in the VET sector as well as higher education sectors, ensuring compliance across all policies as well as processes in the institution. That is it for me, ladies and gentlemen, for this part of the session. I'm going to allow Kamohelo as well as Jacqueline to take over the presentation, and they will be able to give you a little bit more insight as to the programs that we have on offer at the Engineering Institute of Technology. I do see a question stating they would like to know how to fill in the form. Please note that this is an info webinar, meaning there aren't any certificates of attendance. If you are looking for a webinar that has a certificate of attendance, please note we have one happening tomorrow. It's going to be our driving sustainability and energy efficiency in renewable energy in the mining sector, and it will be taking place tomorrow. So you can go ahead and register for that webinar. I'll be sure to provide you with the links in the chat box. Kamo, I think you can go ahead and take over the presentation. Please take over the slides as well so that you're able to move accordingly. If you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, please note that Caroline P. as well as myself will be in the chat and will be able to answer any questions that might come through. And Caroline, if you feel as though you'd like to answer some of the questions, please you can tell us so that we're able to make concessions towards the end of the presentation. Thank you so much, everyone. Kamu, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Tsepi. I don't know if the slide is appearing okay on your end.
It sure is.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for the nice things that you have said about me. And just maybe to add a couple of things about my journey with EIT, I must say that it has been amazing, full of excitement, memories. And I have actually witnessed a lot of students graduating and progressing in life through completing our qualifications. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of what EIT has done and is still doing in the engineering space. So I think that is just enough about me. And good day, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. So I will just then look at the agenda as to what we'll be looking at. So that will include looking at EIT courses, accreditation, the campuses that we have all over the globe, the learning hubs, as well as the offices. And then I will also look at the step-by-step application for on-campus. And then my colleague Jackie will take over and go through the online application and give you the tips and tricks. So slightly moving along, here you will see we have all the qualifications that we offer, ranging from a 3 months professional certificate, which is the first one on the top left. And then the qualifications are in order in terms of the AQF level. You will see we have advanced diplomas, undergrads, bachelors, and all the way towards the Doctor of Engineering at the bottom right corner. And on the next slide, now I'll just run through them and give you an overview as to how they work. So we'll start with the professional certificate for 3 months. This is a non-accredited qualification, mainly designed for professional development in a specific field. It is made up of online live webinars that are delivered by our instructors, which are recruited all over the world, very experienced as well. And on the other side, you will see we have advanced diplomas. We have a diploma in leadership and management, and we also have an advanced diploma or advanced diplomas rather, which runs for a period of 18 months and also 24 months, just in different engineering fields. So our advanced diplomas are fully accredited by the Australian government, and some of them are also accredited internationally under the Dublin Accord, which is an added advantage if you are studying one of those qualifications, because it means that you can work anywhere around the world. So in terms of job opportunities, you may be well covered. And the advanced diplomas, they also run pretty much in a similar fashion. They are 100% online, very interactive, delivered by our instructors, working along with our learning support officers. There's only one live online webinar for the advanced diploma that you need to attend, which is also recorded. So, which means if you are not able to attend, you can just watch the recording, submit a summary that will also count towards your attendance. And nice thing also about completing the advanced diploma is that you can progress to the one of our bachelor's degrees. And by doing so, the advantage is that the bachelor's fee will slightly go down accordingly, as you will not be repeating some of the units or modules that you would have completed in the advanced diploma. So significantly, maybe not, but you will get some reduction in terms of the fees, and the duration might also slightly go down depending on the study option that you choose, if it will be online full-time or online part-time. Moving on to the next slide. Here we will be looking at the undergraduate certificate. This is a 6 month program. It runs online only, not on campus. So it runs for a period of 6 months. It is made up of 4 units of the relevant or related bachelor's degree. So for example, you can have an undergraduate certificate in mechanical, and then you can proceed to a bachelor's degree in mechanical once you are done. So that means you'll get some credits for the 4 units or modules that you would have completed under the graduate certificate when you proceed to a related bachelor's degree. And we also have a bachelor's degree, of course. This is a 3 year online full-time program. We also have an option of online part-time, and then it is also offered on campus in Australia in Perth. And in terms of accreditation, it carries the Australian government accreditation under TEXA, and then it is also accredited or recognized internationally under the Senior Court. I will touch just a little bit more on that in the next few coming slides. And moving on to the next slide. We also have here the graduate certificate on my left. This is a 6 month program as well. So please don't be confused in terms of the undergraduate certificate and the graduate certificate duration. They both run for 6 months. However, in terms of the levels, they differ. So the graduate certificate is a 6 month program. It is an AQF level 8. Almost you can say that it is on the same level as what you call an honors degree. And then it is made up of 4 units of the related or relevant master's degree. So if you will study with this qualification and then go on to complete a master's, you will be eligible to apply for credit. So which means the master's degree duration may slightly go down, so are the fees. And then we also have a graduate diploma, same level, same AQF level as the graduate certificate. However, the duration differs. The graduate diploma runs for a period of 12 months. It is made up of 8 units that you will also find in the relevant or related master's degree. And upon completing your graduate diploma, you have an option to proceed to a related master's degree, or you can immediately convert it after completing the 1 year graduate diploma, and you can convert it into a master's degree with just an addition of 1 year. And on our next slide, we also have the second highest qualification, which is the master's degree. This goes for a duration of 2 years. They are offered both online and on campus in Australia. I will also show you which campuses where we offer this kind of qualifications so that you can have some more information. And then the master's runs for 2 years online. You have an option to study on campus, either in Perth or Melbourne. And the highest qualification we have in the house, that will be the Doctor of Engineering, which is also offered both online and in one or two of our campuses in Australia. And I will just swiftly move on to the next slides. Here we're talking about accreditation. So for our VET qualifications like diploma, advanced diplomas, and some of the graduate certificates, you will see that EIT is a registered training organization since 2008. We are also registered and regulated by the Australian Skills Quality Authority, ASQA in short. And then we are also registered as an institute of higher education to offer higher education qualification that includes undergraduate certificates, bachelor's, master's, and doctors of engineering. We are also regulated and registered by the Tertiary Education and Quality Standard Agency, TEXA in short. And EIT is also approved fee helper provider for our higher education qualification that I've just mentioned, slightly above here, which is bachelor's and master's programs since 2017. I think here it will be the Australian citizens and permanent residents that are eligible for fee help, as well as visa qualifying categories for New Zealand residents or citizens. EIT is also approved to bring international students to bring students to study on campus in Australia since from 2008, but this is only for higher education studies like our bachelor's, master's, as well as Doctor of Engineering, registered and regulated by TEXA. In terms of financial assistance, we have VET student loans for our Australian citizens and permanent residents and New Zealand citizens. We'll provide more information on that and the link so that you can see the eligibility criteria. And accreditation wise, in addition to the Australian government accreditation, 5 of our advanced diplomas in the main disciplines like mechanical, civil and structural, mechanical and industrial automation, those programs from advanced diploma to bachelor's and master's, they are fully accredited by Engineers Australia and recognized internationally under various accords, which is made up of the Dublin, Sydney, and Washington Accords. On the next slides, you will see this is our brick and mortar facilities that we have in different countries. On the top left, you will see that is our Perth campus and head office. In the middle, we have Melbourne campus. We also have Brisbane, and then Johannesburg, where I'm based, is a learning hub and office. And then we recently opened a learning hub in Botswana, and then we also have an office in the UK. going to be taking you through step by step to kind of like give you more information and show you how you can start your application for on-campus studies. Without any waste of time, before we can go through that, here is just a list of the programs on or courses that we offer on campus, and then you will see which course is offered in which campus. So you'll see at the top our bachelor's programs, three of them. Sorry, apologies. So three of our bachelor's programs are available or offered on campus in Perth only. You will see there's no bachelor's under Melbourne or under Brisbane. And then if you look at our master's programs, you will see that they are offered in Perth, Melbourne, as well as Brisbane. So you are spoiled for choice. So you can choose which campus you want to go to. And last but not least, the Doctor of Engineering for on-campus studies. It is offered in Perth as well as Melbourne. On the next slide, so step one. So firstly, you'll just need to visit the website on campus page. We also have a link for you. We'll share the slide so that if you want to use the link, you can just do so. So you'll just need to visit our website, select the course you are interested in, be a bachelor's degree, master's or doctor of engineering. And by doing so, you should be able to check the fees as you can see here. You are able to check how much are the fees for you to study on campus. You'll have information in terms of the entry requirements. And then for you to get an email or generate an email with information for the program that you're interested in, you will see on the right side of your screen when you are on the website, you'll have the apply now section or link that you can just click on, and then it should be leading you onto this page whereby you'll be required to complete your information, simply just your name, surname, the country you are in, and your email address and the number, and then you click on submit. After doing so, you should then receive an email with all the course information or the summary of the information that will be looking like this over here. And just make sure that you check your email spam or junk folder in case that email doesn't land into your inbox. And here you will see I have a no sign. So this means if you are interested to study on campus, you cannot use this button or this link to apply online. So I'll give you more information as to how exactly you can apply for on campus as we go along. And then on our next slide here, step two, start your application. So before we can go any further, I thought maybe I should just give you an overview and the differences between international students and domestic students. So you will see here for international students, is non-Australian or New Zealand citizen or permanent resident coming from a country outside Australia or New Zealand. So can be anywhere from Africa, Europe, or America. So you are then under the category of international students. And then domestic, that will be someone who is an Australian citizen or permanent resident or New Zealand citizen with special category visa who meets the resident criteria. And I have the link or a link for you over here. And moving just right along for international students, now how to apply. So we highly recommend using one of our trained partner agents. You have an option to apply on your own, but we highly recommend using one of our agents as they are highly trained, they know, they are familiar with our systems, and it can actually boost your chance of being accepted and being able to get a visa so that you can study in Australia. So once you want to apply, one of the course advisors will give you a call, and then we will link you with one of our trained agents. The agent is mostly in your country or near your country, but that will be a CA who will check and then assign you to one of the agents who can assist with your application for admission for a course you're interested in, and also with the visa. So basically, all you have to do is to provide the information required. You sit and relax, and then the agent will do all the work on your behalf. On campus application process, I have a link for you, but I'll just share the information on the next slide so that you can just have an overview on how it looks like. So you will notice that the first thing, obviously, it will be to submit the application to EIT, and then it goes through all these steps over here, all the way up until you have applied for the visa, and then you get feedback whether the visa is refused or it is approved. Also, please take note of the documents that are required, which will need to be translated in English if you are not from an English-speaking country, and if your documents are not in English. So they will need to be translated into English, and you will need to certify or notarize them. You can just click on the link to see who can notarize or certify your documents. Moving right along, step 2, which is for domestic students. Process pretty much the same at the beginning. You'll need to visit our website to inquire or complete the online form, and then the system will generate an email with the course information, and the CA will give you a call to discuss your eligibility, to check your academic and work background. And if it happens that we don't get through to you in time, you can just give us a call or you reply to the email, and then we can chat and then see how we can assist further. And should you have the required background, we'll then share the application forms with you, which you will complete and then send to our admissions. Usually feedback is provided within 2 to 7 working days. And you will also obviously need to certify and notarize the documents. And on the next slide, why is this one clean? Oh yeah. Now step-by-step guide for online applications. I think I'm going to hand over to my colleague Jackie to take you through. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Camo. Thank you, TP, and also Caroline for joining us today. And for you guys, wherever you are, I hope you're all doing well. So good evening, good afternoon, or good morning to everyone. So as you can see, Camo already have explained how on-campus application should be done. So in that case, I would like to highlight that at the moment, we only accept applications through one of our partner education agents. So which means that before you decide to apply, you should have already reach out, or maybe reach out to one of our partner education agents so we can process your application. So all those steps that were shown earlier should be done by the agent. So which means your agent will be the middle person, right? So every documents that you have will be submitted to them, and the agents will submit those to EIT. So you don't need to go to the portal to do those things. That's for on-campus application. So as you can see in our website, we have two kinds of courses, right? We offer on-campus courses, and we also offer online courses. So just a check-in question, right, for you guys. Do you think we need, or you need, a visa to apply for online application or for online course? So you can maybe answer in the chat box, right? I mean, if you are applying for an online course, do you think you need a visa for that? So, okay, let me just answer it, answer my question. So no, you don't have to, right? So because online courses are being done online, which means you don't need to go to Australia to study. Yes, that's correct. No, we don't need to go to Australia to study online courses, okay? Which means it will be very convenient for those who are in their countries, who don't want to go abroad and just continue working, right, in their companies. And most of our students are those kinds of students who are working already, and they are just they would like to level up their qualifications, right? So yeah, they can apply for online courses. So as you can see also on the website, we only have limited on campus courses, right? These are HE courses, um, which means you HE courses such as bachelor's degree, master's degree, and doctor of engineering. Other than those courses, will be done online. I mean, we offer them online, but of course, we also offer online courses or HE courses online. Okay, so let's go to our step by step guide. All right, let's see, just a minute. Okay, I can only see a white screen. Let me check. Okay, so step one, we check the eligibility of the student. So you would have to visit the individual course page, right? For example, you are interested. And by the way, guys, for EIT, we are focused on engineering courses only, which means most of the time we offer courses related to mechanical engineering, um, industrial automation engineering, electrical engineering, and civil and structural engineering. Okay, so this is the website where you can go to see all the courses that we offer at the moment. Okay, because there's a possibility that some other courses are not being offered. So for you to see the ones that we offer at the moment, you have to go to this website. That's the course
Hi,
schedule
Jackie.
page. Yes, TP.
Apologies. Could you please take control of the slides? I'm not sure if you did.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, I can click on it. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you,
no
TP.
problem. Thank you.
All right. Sure. So once you are already in the course, like there's a list of courses, then you are already choosing the course that you'd like to study. You click on that, and then you have to read and understand the entry requirements. Okay. Which means that most of our courses, we need background. Most of the time, we need education background and work background. Okay. What are we looking for? So you have to go to, you click on that course and then you go to entry requirements. And these are the items there. It depends on which course. But for professional certificate courses, the 3 months short course, we usually don't require education background or any entry requirements, but you still need to provide IDs, right? And proof of residency. Okay. So that's checking eligibility. And let's say you are sure that you have met those requirements, you have those background that we're looking for, you can now start your application. So you go to the relevant course page, you click on apply now. So this is the apply now. Um, here on the lower
Jackie,
right hand corner.
we're
Yes.
not seeing anything on your slides. All we see is check eligibility.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Can you see it now?
Yes, I think you
Yes,
just took
that's it.
control right about
Oh,
now.
sorry. Sorry. Let's go back here. Check eligibility. So can you see the contents of the slide?
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you. So, yep. Let me just, Okay. It's very small. Let me just make it bigger. Okay, it's just too small. Sorry. Let me see. Okay, TP, the slide's just very small for me. Sorry. Um,
Okay. Are you able to increase the font on your end, Jack?
no, it's like the whole slide is very small.
Okay, so at the bottom of the screen, there's three little dots there, and you can magnify the slides for you alone. So you can use that in order to zoom into the slides. However, yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Are you all good?
All right. Yep. Thank you.
No
So
problem.
all right. So again, as you can see here, when you click on the course page, then you have to look for the entry requirements, which would list down what we are looking for you to be eligible in applying for the course. All right. So once you have checked all those entry requirements and you see that you fit to that course, then you can then click on that and then go to this section here where it says apply now. Okay, and once you click on apply now, it should go to the initial form. Okay, so you're going to complete the online form with your personal contact details, right? And also just to make sure that you double check the details first and make sure that your email address is also correctly entered so that the emails will be sent to you right after. And of course, in some cases where some countries can don't have like area codes or postal codes, right? I believe you can try to enter just 000 um, for you to be able to proceed with your application. Okay, and then once you're done, you click on submit and you should be able to receive the validation email shortly after that, which should look like this, which is the first email that will land into your inbox. But if you haven't seen it, you can check on your spam folder or junk mails. Okay, and then once you are already in your inbox, you have the email, then you can click on this part here. You're going to fill out this option, right? And yep, you can also reach out to a course advisor to assist you with your application. Okay, so this is now the form where you're going to set up your account or your profile in the Paradigm portal. So the Paradigm portal is where you are going to submit your application. Okay, and also just to take note for the date of birth, there is the format, right? So you just have to follow the correct format to enter your birthday, which is day, month, and then year. And then you click on register here. But then if it's your first time, right? You haven't set up your account yet, then you click on register. But if you already have set up a Paradigm account before, you just click on sign in and enter your username and then your password. Right. So sometimes if you don't want to go to the emails, right, you can just go to this link here to register. Okay, just copy this to your browser and it should lead you to the registration form. All right, and then next part would be filling in the initial form. So in some cases, you might already have your password, but then you forgot, then you can just click on forgot password. And so here you will be sent an email with further instructions to access the application portal. So it would show your username. Take note that your username is also your student number. So when you are, let's say, reaching out to a course advisor and they would ask for a student number, it means your username. Usually for first time applicants, it would start with a capital A and a series of numbers. Okay, and then below here, you will then fill it out with your password. So take note, your username again is your student number that will be needed. And you click on the verification link and will be taken to a screen to set your chosen password. So take note of your password because you will need that again if you would like to, if you will sign in again to the portal, right? And of course, if you forgot it, again, you click on forgot password. So it will take you to reset password link. So if you have an existing applicant account or have previously registered and can't remember, so this is what I said, you just reset user password and you will be sent a link to your email to reset the password. Okay, and of course you check your spam folder. So this is the link to reset the password. And of course, if you still can't access your account, right? If you have other issues, then you can always reach out to us. You can also send us an email through ems@eit.edu.au. Okay, so to assist you further with your login information or login. And step 4 would be completing the full application. Okay, so after you have entered all your personal contact details, right? And also you have checked everything, then you're now ready to apply. So in the Paradigm portal, once you're already logged in, you click on the application summary on the left side, and then you have to click on the, the green button. Usually it's in the lower right-hand corner. It shows new application. So the new application is on the lower right-hand corner. You click on that and complete the required information on the application form. So this is now the second phase of your application, right? Where you are going to choose the course. Okay, and then you can save and return at later stage if needed. So just click on the blue pencil icon to continue editing a previously saved application, because sometimes you already have started your application and then you realize that you haven't got your documents ready yet, right? You can just log out and then you log back in using your username and then your password, and then you go to this application summary again, and then you just look for that course, and on the right side you look for that the pencil icon. Okay, that would allow you to edit your application. Okay, so once you're done with your application, you have to make sure that it should show completed, right? So you have to submit what is required. So let's say, for example, in the entry requirement, we need at least 2 years work experience, then you have to submit a detailed CV, right? When we say experience, it's not just any experience. It should be related to the course that you're applying for. And for photo ID, upload a copy of your official ID showing a photo and the personal information. So examples, what we accept are passports, driver's license, and any valid IDs. Qualifications, relevant qualifications in engineering related to the course, like what I've mentioned earlier. We will need transcripts, okay, showing individual units, results, and completion or certificates. Okay, so especially if you're applying for a higher education course, let's say bachelor's degree. So one of the minimum requirements is at least senior high school graduate, right? With 60% mathematics. So you have to provide us with your transcript for, for, for us to verify. And of course, proof of residence, right? This is to confirm your residential address. Of course, we need that so, since it's an online course, so we need to know where you are currently based. Okay, so these are some of the things that we need to take note in applying. Okay, and then next, evidence of English proficiency. So most of our courses, right, we need evidence of English proficiency. So these are accepted, satisfactory English language proficiency at an English pass level in a senior certificate education or equivalent, completion of an English language test, IELTS or PTE. So we also have a corresponding like required scores for those English language tests. You can check them in the entry requirements as well. And then you plan to undertake an English language test. So you have to provide a booking confirmation slip. That's also acceptable. Completion of another course at EIT, another tertiary institution in English. So in this case, we can also accept a certificate, right, that shows that you have completed a course with us or from other tertiary institution, and that they used English as your medium of communication. So you are also from an English speaking country. That's another acceptable criteria. You work in an English speaking workplace, provide a letter from your employer. So this is another one. So which means you don't have to provide all of these. You can just choose one from the above mentioned evidence, right? So let's say, for example, you're currently working in a company, right? And then your company is using English in the workplace, then you can ask or request from your employer or from your HR a letter proving that you're using English in your workplace. And that would be acceptable. Okay, so once you're done with those English requirements, then you can proceed with asking for assistance if necessary, like if you're still unclear about the requirements or anything. So you may reach out to one of our course advisors. Okay, and so you can go to the website, you can chat with us, or you can also book a call with us through the link below. Okay, that's if you would like to be you'd like to be speaking with a course advisor in a specific time. So you can do this by going to this link, thecalendly.com, and or access our contact us page in this link here, okay, which would show you the different contact numbers and offices, right, that we have around the world. Okay. And then once you're done, again, I would like to highlight that you have to make sure that your application is showing completed so that it will be received successfully by our team for assessment. Okay, so this is now the time where your application will be assessed by our team. So it will usually take 2 to 3 weeks, but 3 weeks is already maximum. Okay. So, but of course, you can always reach out to us if you feel that you want to make a follow up on your application. You may be asked for additional documents, right? Especially if the course has some entry requirements and you forgot to upload your transcript, then we might ask for that document. So you have to check on your inbox as well while waiting for the outcome of your application. And then step 7, receive your offer. So if you are accepted, like let's say you are eligible to study the course, you will receive a letter of offer from our learning support officer or from admissions. So Then in the letter of offer, you have to carefully review it. And there you will also be asked if you would like to apply for credits or RPL. So once you are good, you're all good with the offer, you have to submit your acceptance by the due date. So for higher education courses, you have to submit the letter of offer in the portal. You have to accept it, and then you also have to send an acceptance letter to HE support so that you will be enrolled into the course. And for the vet courses, you just have to accept the offer. Anyway, there will be instructions, right, in the letter of offer on what to do next. So this will also be the best time to apply for credit or RPL. And then once you have successfully accepted the offer, then you will be showing as enrolled in the subject, but then, I mean, in the course, but then you have to process the payment next. So once the letter of offer has been accepted, then your application will be forwarded to our accounts team for invoicing. So then our accounts team will send you the invoice. Usually, invoices will be sent at least 1 month before the intake date. But if in cases where you are from a company and your company is the one going to pay for your fees, then and they want to pay it now as soon as possible, then you can always request for invoice, right, earlier than 1 month before the intake date. And also for the payments, online courses, right? We usually have three types of payment options. So one would be upfront payment, where you're going to pay for the fees upfront before the class starts. The second option is you can pay for the fees monthly, which means total fees divided by number of months. Like, for example, advanced diploma, 18 months, right? So total fees of advanced diploma divided by 18 months. So that's your monthly fees. Another option, this is only for Australian citizens and New Zealand citizens. You have the option to apply for vet help, right? Payment. That's vet help, vet student loan, and the free help loan for HE courses. But again, that's only for Australian and New Zealand citizens. Okay, so that's for payments. Once you're done with your payment, then you just have to wait for the team to send you the login details to Moodle and for you to be able to start your study with us online. Okay, and for questions and support, you need help again, we do have very willing contact course advisors that can help you all the way. And also book a call with us or reach out to us through one of our contacts. All right, so that's it. So when you're going to apply for a course, right? It doesn't mean that you have you will be studying right away. No, we do have those entry requirements, and for you to be able to have a very strong application, you fill out the application form and review the information you entered, especially the email address, because sometimes we hear we were able to receive like applications with incorrect email addresses. So tendency you cannot proceed because you are not receiving any email communication from us. And then choose the right course, right? So you would know that you will be able to, you'll be suitable to study the course if you have met those entry requirements that we have. And if you are unsure, then again, course advisors can help you pre-assess your qualification, your academic background, your experience, and your career goals. Okay, and then of course, review prerequisites, entry requirements, and then prepare your documents. Okay, once you're decided and you are eligible, you feel that you're really eligible to study the course, then you prepare your documents first, and you can also click on this link here to see the documentation guidelines that we have. All right. And for the English proficiency, again, we accept IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, and your CV or resume should highlight the relevant work experiences in the field. Okay, passport or ID copies demonstrate work experience. If applicable, you show how your professional background supports your application. So your CV should have a detailed information about your work experiences. Okay, and get references if needed. Some programs or courses may ask for letters of recommendation. So you choose referees who know your academic or professional work. Okay, and then proofread everything. Ensure that your application is free of errors and easy to read. Okay, so for the deadlines, right? Usually we have deadlines for application for each course, right? For professional certificates, vet courses, advanced diploma courses, it would um, it will have 1 week before the intake date. That's the application deadline. For higher education, generally has two major intakes per year, so one in February and one in August. And so it's also recommended to apply early and aim to submit your application at least 6 to 8 weeks before the online course starts, and not less than a month for the on campus courses. This is to allow time for admissions processing, visa application, and payment and enrollments. So deadlines are often based on Perth time zone. Okay. And of course, please always refer to the emails that we sent to you. Usually we provide those deadlines as well. Okay, stay in touch with your course advisor. We can help you with your progress and also send reminders for missing documents and upcoming dates. Okay, so what dates to mark? Application deadline, the payment due date, orientation session, course start date, census dates, and also set your personal reminders like your digital calendars to set alerts for a few days before each deadline. So you will be notified and will be reminded. Okay, so that's it. Why choose EIT? Again, we can say that we offer, I think we are the only one institution that offers engineering courses online, right? And internationally endorsed Australian qualification. We do have practical, relevant course driven by industry and aligned to it, presented by engineering professionals from around the world, and various programs accredited by Engineers Australia. So some of our programs are fully accredited by Engineers Australia and assessed through an enormous depth of references and research materials. Okay, we also have very supportive learning environment, specialists in engineering, lifelong learning journey, all the way to Doctor of Engineering, and committed to women in engineering. We even have scholarship for women. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, guys. Back to you, TP.
Thank you so much, Jackie, as well as Kamu. We really do appreciate the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, I do see that there's some questions on there that you have put in, and Caroline P is actually answering some of the questions. I'm just going to wait for a couple more minutes. If you guys have any additional questions that you would like to add or questions that you'd like to ask us, please go ahead and send them through. I'm just going to wait for about 2 more minutes. The webinar is an hour after all, but if you have any questions, please post post them so that we are able to answer them and keep time as well. I'm going to provide you with all the links that you need in order to contact our course advisor team, as well as have access to our website. One of our course advisors will be happy to assist you. If you're already enrolled, we do have learning support officers who are able to assist you with any information that is related to a program that you're already enrolled into, as well as people who are interested in being connected with educational agents. I will also provide you with Barry's details. He is also in our recruitment manager in Africa, but should you be outside of the continent of Africa, he'll be able to provide you with someone who is within your continent and is able to assist you with the application or link you with an agent for our on-campus applications. I do see some questions have gone through. I do believe that yes, Caroline P will answer your questions. And I'm just going to leave the session open for the next 2 to 3 minutes so that we make sure that we answer all the relevant questions. I am going to provide the links as I've mentioned, but what I'll also do is pin them up on the chat so that you have access to them regardless of whether the presentation is concluded or not. So if you're able to, you can screenshot it, but the presentation has clickable links, meaning once you've received the presentation on email, you'll be able to use the slides to contact any of our team or team departments, rather, not members, should you be interested in inquiring at EIT or enrolling for any of our programs. I'm just going to wait and see if you have any further questions. If not, then I am going to close the session once Caroline P has concluded with answering the questions on hand. Lastly, I'd like to give my vote of thanks to Kamahelo as well as Jacqueline. I would also like to say thank you to Caroline P for holding the fort and answering the questions that have been posed throughout the presentation. But most importantly, thank you so much to our attendees. Thank you for attending the session. I really do appreciate you being here with us. We do also have another webinar tomorrow, two actually. One is for the Doctor of Engineering program, and another is a technical topic that I mentioned regarding renewable energy in the mining industry. We also have another webinar that will be happening on Friday. It's actually from a sister company, which is based in the UK. So ECT is a sister company to EIT, and you will have all the relevant links in order to actually register for those particular webinars. So as I've mentioned, all relevant links will be provided, ladies and gentlemen, and pinned in the chats. You can go ahead and contact all our team departments should you have any questions regarding the programs we have on offer or any enrollment of the programs at EIT. Thank you so much for attending this particular webinar. Any questions that will come afterwards, I will then proceed to answer them or have the relevant team member answer. Thank you so much for your time. I do believe that was the last question that Caroline has answered, and that should be it from our end. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to close off this recording as well as close the session and provide you with the information as I have mentioned. Thank you so much, everyone. We will see you on another webinar that we will hold tomorrow, actually. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.